Yeah, I'll give you a quick rundown. Hypothetically, maybe eventually I'm gonna make a purchasable online course giving a detailed walkthrough of how to do this, but that's at least not gonna be until grad school applications are done, and here's some highlights in the meantime. I started in like 2018, 2019 with a regular deck of bicycle cards and just wrote concepts on them. Then I decided to try something the size of a tarot deck, but since all my cards are named about as distinctly as the major arcana cards, that was a bit excessive, so I pared back down to 52. I used this to practice fortune telling online for a while near the start of the pandemic, and I learned a lot about the deck that way. Like, there were cards that clearly meant the same thing as other cards, cards that meant the same thing right side up as upside down, or cards that meant the same thing as a different card upside down. I decided it was time to start a fresh draft. I revised the suits. The first draft was organized into frameworks for understanding reality, the second into scales of organization of people. Individual, community, civilization, and existence. This version got a lot less use. It just wasn't very good. One of the things I tried to do is label the right side up and upside down versions of each card differently, and it turns out that's super difficult. So this edition kind of sat on the shelf for a long time, but about a month ago I decided my life was getting weird enough that I needed one again, so I started a new one. I got in a call with a friend and we made a spreadsheet and we just started filling things in. The suits in this version are ways of understanding moments of change in your life, and a lot of what were cards before are now just mechanics. Like, there's no void card because void is represented by all the cards you didn't draw, and there's no card for complication because complication is what it means when you draw a card upside down. Then I took this deck with me to DC, used it a bunch, made a bunch of edits, and copied them out to a fresh blank deck when I got home. I've made like a few more edits since then, but mainly this deck is working really well and I'm just focused on getting the illustrations done. Once I finish, I'm gonna work on a series of paintings with nicer versions of all the art like I did for the first version of the deck. Here's some illustrations from that one, by the way. Thank you for asking, and if you'd like me to draw a card for you, ask a question in the comments.